I kind of blame like my ex for like.
Oh, because we have no personal responsibility. Of course.
Didn't get tickets to see Taylor Swift in Miami, so they were doing a giveaway if you had a Capital One card.
What? You opened a Capital One credit card just for the chance of a giveaway? Wasn't even to buy the tickets? What is wrong with you? I could never live my life like you. You are a broken individual.
And then I also was like having like a crisis last year of like almost turning 30.
That was last year. This is the last week. Dollarwise is finally here, sending waves through the personal finance world. This is officially now the best budgeting app on the market, and I'm giving you a special deal to download, but only through March 31st. Take a free 3-day trial to test it out, and then you get the monthly plan at a 33% discount for the first 3 months, or the annual plan at an insane 50% discount. And with the annual, you get my budget-friendly cookbook and my brand new 30-day detailed budget meal plan signed by me and mailed directly to you. After March 31st, the cookbook is going away forever, so this is literally your last chance. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime. Download Dollarwise to start your free trial. Go to dollarwise.com or click the link below.
Hi, my name is Kelsey. I'm 29 years old. I'm from Central Florida, and this is Financial Audit.
Thanks for coming over to Austin. What do you do in Central Florida for a living?
I'm a dispatcher.
What kind of dispatcher? What are you dispatching?
Like police, law enforcement, 911.
Okay, that's the second time we've had that on the show. It was years ago. Very depressing job, but, you know, oh, wait, no, that was a 911, just like call operator. So you're just dispatching. You're not actually taking the calls, are you?
I do both.
Oh, never mind. Depressing job. Okay, what do you make? Especially in Central Florida. You got some,
Yeah, I make
meth ones.
28 something an hour.
Sake, man. I don't know how we're getting people to do that for $28 an hour. But I mean, $28 an hour isn't necessarily bad, but Central Florida has dramatically gone up in terms of cost of living. It's more stabilized, trend down, but still not even close to where it was just a few years ago. And even so, $28 doesn't stretch as much there, but it's still halfway decent. But for that job, man, out of all jobs, it's absolutely a brutal one.
Yeah, we're not even considered first responders, so.
Well, I guess you're not responding.
No, but when you call 911, who do you talk to first?
Okay. So how many hours a week are you working?
Well, it depends. We have like short weeks and long weeks, but every 2 weeks it's 84 hours.
Okay.
And that's if I don't pick up overtime.
What hits your account?
Oh shoot, I did have it written down. 20. I want to say.
Well, you budget it. I assume you have to budget it. You would know the number so you can survive.
Yes, but like sometimes I work overtime, so like it depends, and like.
Okay, how much overtime do you work?
Well, it depends.
Usually, okay. What's your average pay? Your average pay?
I want to say it's a little over like 2,000.
You want to say now? Is it in reality? When we say a little over 2,000, are we saying 2,100, 2,200, 2,050, 2,000?
No, without overtime, I want to say it's like just a.
Yes, but there's overtime. So what is just the average?
But it's not consistent.
It's not consistent, but on average, how much do you bring in per pay period?
Probably like 2,100.
And that's every 2 weeks, every other week.
Every 2 weeks. So I bring in like 4,000 something a month.
Well, that would be 4,200.
Okay, I'm not good at math.
Neither am I. But the 2,100 times 2 is okay.
Sounds good.
Yep. So 4,200 in Central Florida. Again, please, are you a dual income household or is that it? Okay, yeah.
Just
so
me.
$4,200 net. That is going to be more difficult to make a living off of for sure. So what's going on? What are we talking about? Because that. I mean, you could budget it. We could budget that. It's just the rent's just going to be a little chunky for you. So what's going on?
Well, I kind of blame like my ex for like giving me a bunch of bad habits.
Okay. Oh, because we have no personal responsibility. Of course. Okay. I would understand if it was like, I blame my ex for making me and immediately having to get a place to live because we moved out. First of all.
No, we didn't live together, so.
Okay, then what the like? Honestly, how you're blaming someone you weren't even that?
Well, we just had like very different finances, and so like he loved.
Great, so he didn't rub off.
No, he just
because we're completely different.
No, but he liked eating out and like didn't like he actually said like he didn't like home cooked meals, so like we would eat out all the time. Okay. So then I had the bad habit of eating out, and even when I tried to cook dinner, like he didn't like it, and so like.
Okay, great. When did he break up or?
Well, I broke up with him, but
that's what they all say.
Like October, November, depending on how you look at it.
Girl, this was months ago. I understand the transitionary period.
Well, then
even 2 months if I'm being generous. What the are you talking about? How long were you guys dating?
2 to 3 years, depending on how you look at it.
Okay. Well, so I'm guessing 3 then. I don't know.
Kind of.
What? Were you dating or not? I don't really give a Okay. I can understand lifestyles changing within a few years of being with someone. So I do understand that. That's what I was trying to establish. But even still, a month transition is reasonable. 2 is stretching it, but I will accept it. We're what? 4? 5 months later?
Yeah.
The fuck is going on? Why can't you just be a damn adult? You're 29. You're saying you couldn't struggle to not go into a Mickey D's versus standing in the kitchen? Not a woman thing. As a 29-year-old adult, 5 months after a breakup? You couldn't handle that?
Well, it was it was a bad habit. So I just kept eating out and then I needed.
Well, this is you not changing it then. Because I understand a month of transition, 2 max. 5 months later is just you continuing the habit, not addressing it.
Yeah.
That's not your ex's fault. That's you not being a grown-ass woman. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm sorry, you can't blame him 5 months later. With you eating out? What are we doing? What kind of cope is that? That's ridiculous.
My air fryer was kind of broken, so I needed a new one.
Oh no, get a new one. That's how many McDonald's trips is that?
I eventually got a new one.
Eventually did. It took us months to get a new.
No, it was for Christmas.
Christmas was 3 months ago now, if not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I also was having a crisis last year of almost turning 30.
That was last year. We're 3 months into this year. And also, nothing happens when you turn 30. You turn 30.
Yeah.
Are you a child? I'm so confused. What is your crisis?
I just felt
our ovaries are getting drier? What's happening?
No, I just felt like I wasn't an adult. So I was trying to
You're certainly not acting like it. So our crisis means if you were having a crisis last year about almost turning 30, you should be addressing all the stuff that you just blamed on your ex. That doesn't really make sense. I mean, I'm being told, he literally told you that you're bad with money.
Yeah.
If he's telling you you're bad with money and you're blaming all the habits on him, what the fuck are we even talking about? This is you being a child, again, even more.
Yeah, but we had very different finances, so I didn't really trust his opinion. Well, there's one thing that I can't really go into, but
Oh, good.
Sorry, but...
I'm going to be on a podcast about your information.
Well, that's his information, not my information.
Okay, but you're basing your entire established thing that we're about to talk about right now off of him.
We had different bills. So it's him saying I was bad with finances when we make different amounts of money. He made more. We just had different bills. And so I had more that I had to pay for than he did.
I'm kind of confused on how that impacts anything. Adjust your spending.
Well, him saying that I'm bad with my money is just
maybe
we didn't have the same bills.
Were you bad with your money?
Maybe, probably.
You're on financial audit, so I would say yes, actually. No, this doesn't make any sense. But if he's telling you that, how can you even blame it on him, though?
Well, like I said, he gave me bad habits. He would just spend money and not really think about it.
He didn't give you bad habits. He was using his money the way maybe he could or maybe shouldn't. Doesn't matter. That doesn't affect you. But he was also telling you at the same time that he thought you were bad with money. He's also telling you drank too much for what it's worth, I'm hearing.
Okay, yeah, but he didn't drink at all. And getting drunk at my friend's open bar wedding is not drinking too much.
Is that all that happened? I don't think someone says you drink too much when you get drunk once.
No, and then there was a MegaCon party the next month. But other than that, no. Those are the 2 times that I was drunk last year.
Drunk? I don't think it's just about getting drunk. You would order drinks. I have notes from the situation with him that he would always have to cash app you when you guys were going out because you were just getting drinks left and right, and he wasn't.
No, it was just...
So you were just spending more. I, again, don't think that's his behavior. I think it's... In fact, I'd actually say maybe he was actually doing pretty well if he's caring about those extra surcharges that you're putting on the bill all the time. Maybe he was actually very financially confident, secure, and
no, but if you went on a date,
budgeting.
You're going to cash up your girlfriend because she got a cider with her dinner.
So potentially depends on the relationship. Listen, I wouldn't, but clearly I don't think if you were implementing the habits he put you on, you wouldn't be in this position if his habits are a guy that would cash app request a cider.
Well, I wasn't going to cash app him when we would go out to dinner.
Well, then you aren't picking up his behavior. Honestly, you're just getting the behavior that you like, the behavior that feels good to you, and you're cope blaming it on him. Because again, if you were picking up his behavior, you would pick up that potential good habits. And again, I'm not saying you necessarily need to do that in a relationship or on a date, but clearly he was someone that budgeted, cared about every purchase. Yeah,
he did not budget. I promise you that.
If he's cash apping you for every drink, he is clearly at least mental budgeting, thinking about the price of where everything is going.
No, he just didn't think it was fair that he had to pay for my drink when he doesn't drink.
Did you guys split the bills?
No.
So he would take 90% of it and you would pay for the drink?
No, like he would cash out me then for my dinner. Like he would end up...
So you guys would be splitting it?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
So there you go. So if that's what you guys were doing, then who cares? Obviously, it makes sense. If you guys split the bill, then yes, if you're taking the drink, it makes sense that you would pay for the drink. Why would he take a part of the drink? I'm confused.
Well, like you go on a date, like...
Yeah, but if you guys are paying for what you guys consume, why would he take on your drink? That doesn't make any sense.
But like if you're going on a date...
Oh my gosh. But you guys, stop saying about if you're going on a date. You guys already decided and were okay with taking care of your own part of the check.
We didn't really talk about it and agree with it. I would just like...
But you were doing it constantly, meaning you were accepting it going into each situation.
Yeah.
You can't have it done 100 times in the past and expect something different the 101st time.
Well, eventually we talked about it and I was like, hey, let's like alternate. And then that's when he was like, well, I don't think it's fair that I have to pay for your drink when I don't. But then I was like, we would alternate, like you buy one meal, I would buy like the other. And then it's like...
I understand his perspective. Again, I wouldn't necessarily do it, but he doesn't have a wrong perspective necessarily about that. But it still doesn't make any sense how you're blaming everything you're in based on that relationship. That doesn't make any sense. That's literally what you said.
The other half is like the crisis that I was having.
What crisis? The 30 crisis?
Yeah.
Okay, what is this crisis? Please tell me this crisis. Inform me about your special little crisis.
Well, I was about to turn 29. Or it was like, I was 28, about to turn 29. And I was just like...
Okay, that's not 30.
It's almost 30. And so I was like, well, I'm not... You know, when you're just like, well, am I happy with where I am in life? And or is this where I want to be? So I just had all these questions and I started like...
Do you never just think about that? You thought about them in one big batch for the first time ever?
Yeah, kind of.
What's wrong with you? Okay,
probably a lot of
weird.
things, but...
Why aren't you thinking about... Okay.
I don't know.
You never think about your life?
No. But like, I started thinking like, am I happy in this relationship? Am I happy in my job? Am I happy in where I'm at? Do I still want to be in Florida? Like I started thinking about all these things. And then I was like, oh, I'm like...
Midlife crisis at 29.
Well, you can't call it a quarter life crisis. So, because 25 is quarter life. So, But anyway, so
you're
like...
just being immature.
So then I just started thinking about everything. And then I was like, oh, I have to make a lot of changes. So then some of it came from like all these changes that I made.
What changes? You haven't budgeted anything. What changes are you talking about? You mean just breaking up with him?
Well, that was one of them.
Okay, why? Why'd you pull the trigger on the guy that ruined 50% of your finances, apparently?
Oh, there's a lot of things that would take too long to go into. But no, I just was like, I don't even know how to
Wow, that was nothing. How about an answer?
I wasn't happy. He wasn't really always being nice to me. And like, it just...
What is that?
We
Paying
were in
for
like
all
couples...
the beverages you want? Like
No, like we were in couples counseling and it just was it was like every month was getting worse and then every week was getting worse. And then
worse in which way? If you're blaming all your finances on him, you have to tell me how it's getting bad.
Well, we were just always fighting and like... He was like... Everything. Like I got to the point where I felt like I couldn't breathe.
Oh my gosh, you can't give an answer. You're just like general term.
He would get mad when I would go hang out with my friends. He would get mad
every single time.
If I was only allowed to have plans pretty much if he was already busy. Like if I was like, hey, I want to go hang out with my friend.
What would he say?
Like what do you mean?
What would he say if I asked him about that topic?
The same thing.
He would say, no, I don't want you to hang out with your friends.
He would say that I was not prioritizing our relationship. Even though I mean,
is that true? Were you guys having enough quality time?
Our schedules were a little opposite, but
Sounds like you guys weren't having enough quality time. So every time that you guys had those available moments, you would go away. And I think that is relatively fair, especially if a relationship is struggling. Quality time is critical, at least a few times a week.
Well, yeah. So then I would be like, hey, I want to go hang out with so-and-so. Either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, which day would work best for you. And then he either wouldn't get back to me about it or he would just be like annoyed that I wanted to go have dinner with a friend for like a couple of hours.
And listen, I agree. I wouldn't be too crazy.
But he could do whatever
that.
he wanted.
I know. I would want you to go out and do things. It sounds a bit hypocritical. But again, if you're saying there wasn't enough quality time, potentially relatively fair in general to be upset to a point. But
then he could go do whatever he wanted. Like he would be like,
so what else? What else? This is the whole root cause of your finances, except for the crisis.
He didn't support me going back to school just because it would take time away from us, even though it could be better for like my career path.
Okay, what was his excuse? Because he wanted to see her, because he wanted to work on the relationship, though, when he was talking about all these things?
He literally said the only reason he didn't support me going back to school was because it would take time away from us.
Yes, but because he wanted to work on the relationship? Or just, oh my gosh, you seriously cannot answer questions. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Well,
You just repeated yourself, and then I asked to go deeper, and you couldn't.
If he wanted to work on the relationship, like he wasn't proving it. Like we went to couples counseling, and he wasn't willing to change anything. He didn't think he was doing anything wrong.
What did he need to change?
Just like probably being less selfish.
What was he being selfish on?
It was always his. It was like basically his way or the highway about like everything. Like I would go to Pilates, and he'd be mad.
Okay, was it because he said that you guys needed to spend more quality time together to work on the relationship?
I mean, I guess.
Is that pretty much it? It's just a time thing? That's all you guys disagreed on?
Yeah, but like he would get mad when I would literally go do anything.
Which sounds bad in theory and actually might be, but that's why I'm trying to ask the question is if it was because he was trying to make sure there was quality time to fix the relationship, and you cannot answer that question. It's kind of pathetic the way you can't answer that.
He didn't say it word for word like that, but I guess so. Because he would say
was that ever talked about? Exactly. Was that ever talked about in couples therapy?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So you have the answer. So it's not just he didn't want you to spend time with your friends. That is you manipulating the topic. That clearly wasn't it. It's because he wanted to work on the relationship. And the fact that you had to skirt around that like crazy is clearly showing you try to manipulate how things are working. Now, don't get me wrong. If things were going relatively well in the relationship and we weren't dealing with quality time issues and we weren't in couples therapy trying to fix it and he was getting mad at you for doing literally anything and be like, no, you can't go back to school, I want to spend time together, I would be totally anti him. And I still probably am anti him to a point, don't get me wrong. But even still, the way you were trying to skirt around the answer about how clearly he was just trying to set some more quality time aside because you guys were dealing with that issue in couples therapy is really weird. Also, he's not here, so it's not the biggest topic in the world, but the fact is, I might call him, honestly, if I'm being completely real. We'll see. I'm probably going to call him. Actually, I will call him. But either in the episode or in the post show, we'll see how this thing goes. But you're blaming all your finances on him, so I need to figure out how the relationship... 50%. So it's important to know how that relationship was ending. And that makes sense. I understand why you ended it. I think you were clearly checked out for a long time. If you were not putting quality time aside and not willing to work on that.
I was trying to put quality time aside, but it was like, I'm not going to let somebody control me and I wasn't controlling. So how are you going to tell me what to do with my time? Especially when I'm like, he would just be like, it would be Friday and he would be like,
you still work with him?
Yeah.
Oh.
But we don't work like together. But he still works at like my agency. Yeah. But like, I haven't talked to him in however many months.
Okay.
So.
Now, what did this crisis, though, deliver into actually here? Because that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
You fixed things. All that you did was end a relationship that you already checked out on, but okay.
Yeah, and then...
What else? You're still in Florida, so there wasn't that.
Correct. Well, I'm not going to leave Florida until, like, my parents are there.
I know, but you said that was one of the things you're thinking about in your crisis, so I don't know if that's the other 50% of why the you're in a bad situation that has led you onto financial auto. What is going on?
I'm trying to get there.
Okay, get there.
Well, then I was like, I still dress like I'm in like high school or college. So then I wanted to buy a new wardrobe.
Okay.
And then I also was like, hey, I used to want to be an actress. What happened with that? Maybe I should give it a go. And so then I started looking into.
Okay, you looked into it. Please tell me you found nothing.
Well, no, I went to LA in November, like a week after I broke up with him.
What?
Yeah.
We see how she is now. She broke up with the guy that she wasn't willing to put work into, that he was begging for extra help on for quality time, and then she goes to LA a week later. Are we starting to understand the picture here?
I had an opportunity to be in something.
Are we starting to understand the picture here? What happened with
LA?
your little Love LA dream?
Oh, no. I was out there for like 42 hours because I got an opportunity to be background in a movie, in an indie film.
An opportunity to be background in a movie?
Yeah.
What?
What? In an indie film.
What was your type of background? What were you
literally
doing?
just background.
Oh my goodness, you consider that an opportunity? Were you paid?
No.
Exactly. How you flew to LA?
Well, it was an indie film and they're like on a budget.
I know, so why that's not an opportunity. You didn't have an opportunity. You did something that was just cool for fun. You didn't have an opportunity. That's not set on your IMDb.
It will be.
When did you do this?
It was in the beginning of November.
It's not on your IMDb.
Well, not yet, but it will be. It'll be like the end of, I think it's 2027.
What, girls seen in the background if you're even there?
Well, they said we would get IMDb credit.
That's also if you're even in the shot or if that scene's even in the movie.
Well, yeah.
Things get cut all the time.
One scene will be in the movie, for sure. There's one scene that might be cut.
And what were you doing? Literally just standing very far in the background.
Depends on what scene they use or what clip they use.
The one that you said for sure is going to be in.
Well, they did a couple takes, so I'm either going to be in the far back of it or I'll be
doing what? Drinking? What?
No, just kind of standing there.
Oh my. Okay. So this is your acting dreams taking off. You left your.
Well, it seemed like
you left the guy that loved you and was trying to fix things and was going to couples therapy for you to do that, to pursue that. That's your Love LA dream.
Okay, well, that's a bit dramatic.
Is it? Because you literally went like a week afterwards. I don't even think that's dramatic. This is clearly how you're doing it. You're honestly just being that.
Being what?
Bad. A bad person. A guy was trying to work on some things you abandoned and you flew to LA to be a background person.
He wanted me to change, but he wasn't willing to change. So he was not work. I wouldn't say he was working on it.
Okay, so this is from IMDb. But we'll see what happens. Background actors generally do not receive automatic on-screen credits, but you can add yourself to IMDb as uncredited for roles where you are recognizable in the final cut.
Well, that's what they told us, so.
Good luck.
Thanks.
I'm actually being told something completely different because you can't tell the full truth at all times. You paid.
Oh, yeah.
To be in the background.
Well, yeah, I paid for like my flight and hotel and Ubers
you didn't pay to be in it?
No, I paid for my trip. It wasn't like reimbursed or anything. And I didn't get paid for the gig.
Okay. So in the end, you still were just paying for something that's not going to benefit your career in any way.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry. Why do you think you're going to be this acting thing?
Honestly, like if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, okay, I have my job.
I haven't had someone, I used to have a lot of people that want to be actors on the show. It's been a long time. So this is very interesting. What's your plan here? What's your grand scheme?
Well, I kind of put a little bit of a pause on it just because I'm doing school right now too. But
okay, so great career.
But I've
so successful.
I've had like a couple commercial auditions since then, and then
auditions.
Yeah.
Okay, anyone can audition.
Yeah, but when you always have to start.
Continue.
We all have to start somewhere.
You're right. Continue. You suck with money, so you download a budgeting app. You start with the classic one, YNAB, but everyone just deletes it because it's way too complicated to use. So you go to Every Dollar. That's Dave Ramsey, the personal finance guy, right? Well, they're gonna force you to use it his way. That's not very personal finances. Rocket Money, they got a lot of commercials, but they're owned by Rocket Mortgage. Guess what they want to sell you in the end? Then there's the new guy on the block, Monarch. Hundreds of millions of dollars of private equity raising so far. But private equity doesn't have the best track record when it comes to private data. That's why I like DollarWise. Built by these people just like you, for people just like you. No private equity, no gimmicks, just the best budgeting app there is. Download it now, start the free trial, dollarwise.com, link in the description below. That's kind of fucking stupid, I'll be honest. But what's not is actually getting a checking account that gives you free money. Free money! We like free money. You can get up to $350 in bonus cash right now when you sign up for the checking account that I use, Chime. Also, it makes your savings grow at a 3.5 APY interest rate. Guys, you can watch Financial Audit and get free money at the same time. Who would have thought? That's incredible. Check it out. Link in the description below. Sign up for Chime. Get that $350 right now in your checking account.
We all have to start somewhere.
Right? Continue.
So anyway, I just was going to kind of audition, but I'm trying to get through school right now. So it was kind of a bit of a back burner because I've been a little busy with that.
So that's your acting vision?
Well, eventually I would like to submit more. And like, I know people who like have...
I wouldn't recommend it, but if you were actually trying to pursue acting, wouldn't you be trying to pursue acting instead of school?
Well, I already kind of started and I only have... After this class, I only have one more class, so I might as well finish that.
What is it? What's your school?
I'm getting my graduate crime analyst certificate.
Okay. That's a play. I like that. I mean, what kind of career comes with that? Or a pay?
Well, I'm not really sure. I did just have a... Let me finish.
You haven't looked up anything?
Let me finish. So I'm staying at my agency... But I did apply for a job and I had an interview. I just haven't heard back yet. But it would be like a pay cut. I'm just hoping it's not that much if I get it.
Wait, you don't know how much of a pay cut it would be?
Well, so it said it was negotiable, but the original
pay cut's negotiable.
Yeah, well, because it will probably be a pay cut, but the original.
Wait, what's the job that you get with this certificate?
A crime analyst. Hence, crime analyst in the name.
See, you're drinking your gamer subs, very delicious, 40 cents per serving. After you use my code at gamersubs.gg, code Caleb, Get your free samples by typing in code Caleb. Use my link, get your free samples, see what flavor you like, and then go ahead and get them instead of stopping in the gas station and getting your bullshit. Okay, yeah, median, it's about 56 to 57. It's about 26 to 27 hours a year. So your median actually is a pay cut. Why are you getting that's median. That's not even where you're going to start. So historically, you will be at a pay cut through the majority of your career. So why the fuck are you even pursuing this?
Well, because I don't want to be in dispatch anymore.
That's great. Why don't you do something where it's at least level pay? Because you're already struggling at 4,200. Why are we doing something at a pay cut? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, because I don't. Well, yeah, I make that much as a dispatcher. I want to stay at my agency, which is why it would be negotiable because I've already been
but still a pay cut. And regardless of the agency thing, the median pay, as in people at the height of their career, not even it takes into account people at the height of their career, is still a pay cut.
Well,
so you don't have a what?
I don't want to be like a cop. So like, where else am I supposed to go?
Are you only able to be in crime?
Well,
you have nothing else you can do in life.
I'm going to go pick a job that doesn't make me happy.
So crime's the only thing that makes you happy, crime and acting.
I don't know. I haven't really considered other jobs. I don't know what else I would be good at.
Dumbass, take your career assessment. What is wrong with you?
I don't know. I like what I do.
That's great, but you can't afford doing what you do. You've established that.
Well, maybe, but it might not be that bad of a pay cut.
It's a pay cut regardless throughout the rest of your career. So it doesn't make any sense. I understand not wanting to be a dispatcher. I wouldn't want to either, but why can't you at least move laterally? I obviously want you to move up throughout your career.
There's not. This is
crime!
I don't know. I don't know. Like, I can't think of anything else that I would rather, what I would want to do.
You haven't looked at anything? Do you have a bachelor degree?
I do.
In?
Criminal justice.
Hey.
And then I have a minor in psychology, but like you can't do much with that.
Trying to work in the court system or trying to work on, and it's just, I feel like there's a lot of options though. Still, there's a lot of crime that happens.
Well, yeah, but like crime analyst is kind of like I do a lot of that already, and I like it.
Okay, so you're okay with the pay cut?
I mean, if it's not that bad, because I know that
it's going to be a pay cut through the majority of your career. You're okay with that? Because if you're okay with it, fine.
Well, yeah, if I can get out of this debt situation, then it's
how with a pay cut? That doesn't make any sense. Because you're about to complete the listen, because I want to get you a certification in something that Course Careers has, because people in the audience get those and they convert them to like 6-figure jobs. That's what I like. I like Course Career certifications. You're getting a $45,000 a year certification. Doesn't really make sense to me. I understand. I mean, it sounds like you're working 5:30 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. I wouldn't like that either. Yeah. I understand wanting to move, but I want you to move laterally or up. And acting ain't going to be it. What is that? I feel like that's your little lever. I feel like that's your little escape hatch. You're willing to do this, take a pay cut, because you think acting is going to take off.
I mean, it could.
And you left your guy for that. What a mess.
I did not. I did not.
You immediately paid to go to LA to be in this thing that's not going to help your career in any way.
Right after, it could have been at any point.
Come on, look how it looks.
No.
Come on.
I did not leave him for that.
So obviously, you could be a police officer. You don't want to do that. Sheriff's deputy, you don't want to do that. State trooper, don't want to do that. Detective. I mean, that could be interesting.
Well, you can't. Most agencies, you have to be a cop to be a detective. Which the analysts,
which makes sense.
The crime analysts work with the detective, so it's kind of like
for no money. Obviously you can work federal.
Well, usually federal, you would have to move where they want you to.
Fair enough.
Not always, but I think most of the time.
Which is fair enough. I'm sure they got something in Florida though. Florida's the fourth most populous state in the country, third, I think, right under Texas. Okay. Then obviously there's in corrections, there's in investigative and forensics, like crime scene investigator.
Crime scene, I would have to go back and get a whole other degree.
Psychologist. I know, but if we're talking the rest of your life, it actually might be worth it. And then obviously private investigators.
I'm not doing crime scene. I do have a
Okay, so you literally want to do a pay cut. You're not willing to do anything. Okay, so this is what you want to do besides acting?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like...
So there you go. Okay, so let's establish you'll make $45,000 inflation adjusted for the rest of your life.
But if it's too much of a pay cut, I was going to turn it down. Because like
you do this forever, so you're stuck in this forever now.
Well, no, there's other. I've applied to other analysts. No, I've applied for other crime analyst jobs that have different pays. They're all a pay cut, but like I could eventually make back what I'm making now. It just might take me a few years.
But that's above the 50% threshold, is where you are now. Like honestly, at the very, 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 very peak, people start making about 70,000, which is great, but you'd have to be in the top. Like,
yeah, but I would have like the rest of my career to get there.
Right, but the majority don't get there is what I'm saying. So why are you special? Probably not.
Probably not.
Exactly. So it doesn't really make any sense. It doesn't really make any sense.
But I will say, like, my current job in my agency, like, for civilian positions, that's, like, one of the higher paying ones. But I just don't want to
But you're giving that up.
Well, I mean, I'm not, like, again, if it's too much of a
Can you make a living off of 45,000 hours a year in Central Florida?
No. Well,
there
I don't
you
think
go.
so.
Well, why the are you accepting it? Because that's where your career goes.
But it might, so they have a max salary of, like, whatever it was, like 50,000. It says it's negotiable. So I feel like I might be able to do like $1 or $2.
I have the $1 or $2. This is not going to make or break your life if that's unsurvivable, by the way. Just to let you know, if it's unsurvivable. But 2, we have the analytics pulled up for Central Florida, where you live. Where you live! You're not going to do very well for very long.
Maybe.
Okay, so the midlife crisis led you to the certification and certification close, leaving this guy and pursuing acting? The median income for Central Florida is $62,000. You're going to be making under the median.
I mean, there might be overtime, and I could always...
Might be. There's always all this stuff. We have the statistics.
But
I don't know why you think you're going to be this very top level above everyone else, no matter what, in every case.
But I can keep, like, my dispatch credit.
You're going to make a living in acting. You're going to make a what, huh?
Well, no, I was like, I can also keep my dispatch, like, certificates and stuff. So it's like when there's overtime in dispatch, I can go work overtime still. So it's like, or there might be overtime in the analyst position. Like, there could be ways.
Well, I'm being told that you hate your current job anyway, so you're going to be working overtime?
I mean, well, I worked.
So it's like, what are we even doing?
I worked a lot of overtime last year. I do work a lot of overtime.
Last time, why not this year? We're 3 months in. What the f*** are you doing?
Well, I have been.
You said last year.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, just because I did my taxes, but so I know how much I did last year. But
how much did you do last year?
Like $10,000.
Okay.
But like
what was your total last year pay?
68,000.
Okay, and you're gonna go down to 50?
Well, I could pick up overtime, maybe.
Maybe. I mean,
and
you said you hate it. You're trying to leave.
I don't hate my job. It's more of the night shift that I'm kind of done with, but day shift doesn't solve any problems. So
okay, so what's crazy in here is you are in this situation. You blame it on the ex. You blame it on a midlife crisis. But the reality is, I know for a fact your mom's an accountant. She has made you a budget. Your mom's an accountant. She has made you a budget. If your mom has made you a budget, you not following that is on you. You've been given every resource, every piece of help, everything possible, yet you blame it on a guy that was trying to fix your relationship, and you blame it on a midlife crisis, which even isn't. You're just being a little dumbass brat, if we're being honest. This makes no sense. Your mom made you a budget that fits your life. You being in this position at this point is on you. When did she make that budget?
Like 3 years ago when I first moved to my apartment.
What are you even doing?
Well, I don't know. It just like didn't really, I felt like it didn't really make sense. It wasn't like.
It didn't really make sense. Why?
It was just kind of like, here are your bills.
Yeah.
But it's like, I know
That's
my
important.
bills are.
Do you?
Yeah.
Then why are you struggling?
Because I just kind of like swipe and tap without actually looking. Like when I get really overwhelmed, I just like stop looking at my stuff.
Then how do you know your bills? How do you know your minimum payments? What are you talking about? If you just look, you don't even look. You can't know. Well,
I always pay more than the minimum, so I also
do you always? That's what people always say when they always don't.
Yeah, I pretty much I consistently pay more than the minimums all the time, so that's why I don't actually.
Okay,
know
you know what happens every time someone does that? They spend more than they put towards it, regardless. So it doesn't even make sense. Especially if you're uncontrollably swiping and tapping, and you don't even know what's happening. You're definitely spending more on them than you put towards them, even if they're above the minimum. So it negates the entire thing anyway, and it's worse than just making the minimum payment and not spending anything on there.
I did notice that like a few months ago. But
and then you didn't fix anything, so great.
Because I didn't really know how to. And then I realized I was
you don't swipe, you don't tap. So if your mother has made you a budget, why have you not gone and asked for a new budget now that you're on your own, no boyfriend, all that stuff?
Well, because I tried to do it on my own. I thought I could do it on my own.
Well, that has failed. When did you think you could try to do it on your own?
Well, I've kind of had like this budget for like a year and a half or 2 years now.
You've had a budget for a year and a half to 2 years, and you've ended up in this situation. Maybe your budget's not working.
Well, clearly.
So why try that for a year and a half of not working?
I don't know. I've like adjusted it a few times, but like
adjusted in what way? That's not work. It's not. Look where you are today. You can't tell me you're adjusting it and expect that to be an answer that's reasonable.
Well, like I pay my bills and then
is what everyone says who has late payments. So let's find out.
I promise you, there's no late payments.
Okay.
I guarantee.
Let's see if you're the first one in financial audit history.
I do not have any late payments.
Oh, I hope so. For your sake, I'm not rooting for you to have late payments.
But yeah, and then I just like. I guess it's the budget of like the leftover money that I don't really know what to do with.
How do you have leftover money? Wouldn't your leftover money just go towards debt? You want to be debt free so you can take a lower paying job. Isn't that what you just said? Isn't that our entire intent? Isn't that what you're trying to do? Isn't that what your future is? So what leftover money? Your leftover money goes to paying off debt so you can do this job.
Well, yeah. So then I'll
Do you live on your own?
Yes.
Oh. Okay. How do you afford that? What's your rent?
Base rent without anything else, $16.90.
Oh. Yeah, it's chunky. With everything else?
The only thing I don't pay on in my rent is the electric. Everything else, I don't know. They have the Wi-Fi and the internet is in my apartment, like in the total. So
you mean you pay your rent separately or your electricity separately?
Oh yeah.
How much?
My electric?
Yes.
On average, probably. Well, it depends because it's Florida. Well, in the summer it's like $100 and something, and then in the winter it's like $50. So it just depends.
75.
Okay, is that the average? I'm not good at math.
It sounds like it based on what you said. If you even know your numbers, which I don't actually think you do.
I did try to figure out what my I did try to figure out what a month emergency savings was after watching your show.
And
so I did.
What did you determine?
I don't have it memorized. It's on my iPad.
Oh, good. 41% goes to rent and basic electricity. That's disgusting. And then you're going to take a pay cut, regardless of your debt minimum payments. There's no way you can survive on that.
Well, I can't keep working nights forever.
I agree, but that doesn't mean the only other position you can take is one where you take a pay cut. That's what I'm trying to say.
I can't leave my job in the next 2 years.
Okay. Your rent is $1,842.
Well, that's with everything. That's why I said base rent. And then if you wanted to know everything.
What's everything?
Everything would be, there's a community fee, Wi-Fi, and then the water and whatever.
You dumbass. Why would I ever want to know just base? That doesn't...
Well, I said rent, question mark.
You absolute stupid.
I normally
Bro,
put
1950. 1950 is your rent and basic utility. Okay, now we're at 47%.
I budget 9.
47%! 47%! You're
Central Florida.
Central Florida. Your job. Your job that you're choosing to get a pay cut, of which now your rent's going to be like 55%.
Well, I can't leave.
And that's before debt minimum monthly payments. And you're already in the negotiating phase for this job anyway, so you're going to take the pay cut regardless.
No, I'm not.
And this average pay, remember, it came with your average overtime. So this isn't even just base pay.
No, that's not all the average overtime.
What? I asked for your average pay, which included overtime, and you said,
well, I would rather...
shut the fuck up. You said, and with my overtime, I think it is $2,100.
Well, I would rather budget without the overtime.
But you said, and with my overtime, it's $2,100.
Sometimes it might be.
Oh, you broken individual.
I know that $2,100 a paycheck is pretty average of what I get.
And I know you're not willing to move somewhere else because you're at a place that's 1,000 square feet, I'm being told, and you refuse to move to somewhere smaller.
It's a nice area.
Nowhere in Central Florida is a nice area. One.
True, but
two,
crime-wise.
Still same applies. And two.
No, nothing really happens in my complex.
Complex. Buddy, you can move to a smaller unit.
No,
in a safe complex.
Oh, well, yeah. But it's still going to be base rent is still $1,500 most places.
What is this? Listen, all I care about is what it costs in the end, regardless of base rent versus fees and all this shit.
Well, I don't know because I haven't moved, so I don't know what other people's fees and stuff are.
That's the only way to figure out what rent is. You have to move to find out what rent is.
Well, I just look and it's base rent is $1,500.
Bro, call, email.
I guess.
What is wrong with you? Well, why do you have no ability to Google or do anything?
Well, I don't want to move, so...
Yeah, but you might need to after the pay cut. Because with overtime, yes, is $4,200.
Well, I'm
is what comes in and you're taking a pay cut.
I'm at least stuck here till November.
$3,800. $3,800. So if your rent is, what did we determine? $2,000 after everything? Right?
I guess.
$1,950 after everything? Now we're going to bring this down to about $3,800. Yeah, it's going to be 52% of your income. And again, that is before your debt. Before your debt. And I know there's extra on top of that too, because you use your mom all the time. You use your mom to buy things and you're like, I'll just pay you back. I'll just pay you back. I'll just pay you back.
Yeah, well, because we go do stuff together. So she'll pay for it and then I just split it usually into
but I'll just pay you back.
Yeah.
So calculate that with the 52% going to rent. And that is before any extra things that are going to be done after your pay cut, before any debt, before any other living expense. There is no way you're going to be able to do this. You're done.
Well, I can't leave my agency for 2 years.
Why? What happened?
Because of their tuition reimbursement. I have to stay for 2 years after they've paid for school.
Okay, what, 2 years from when?
Well, my last class will be summer, so I'll get the refund in August probably.
Then I would grind for 2 years on the better pay, worse job, because at least you can live. Potentially, it gives you a better shot. And that sucks, but also you'll only be 31 at that time. Oh, scary.
Stop it, Patrick, you're scaring him.
Sounds scary.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. It depends.
It's more of the night, with the job, it's just the night shift thing. Like, I want, a normal life. I don't have one.
Well, the more and more you work there, the more leverage you have, right, to get the day shift.
Well, I don't want to go to day shift. Well, I don't want to go.
I hate the night shift. I don't want the day shift. No, what is wrong with you?
I don't want to go.
You are such a brained individual.
My therapist probably agrees, but...
She does, 100%. She probably also enables you.
No, I have a really good therapist.
Enables her.
But I go 5:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. is not going to solve my life. I'd have to go to bed at 7:30 p.m. That's crazy.
Not necessarily, but it depends.
I'd have to wake up at 3:30.
Choose. I hate the night shift. I hate the day shift. You hate that job.
Well, I don't hate the actual job.
But you hate either of the two shifts.
Well, no, I don't want to. Sleeping wise, I'd like to just have a 9 to 5. I'd rather have a normal life.
I would rather that too, but you set yourself in a position where you can't. So grind for 2 years through the poopy position and then 9 to 5.
But the analyst positions.
Oh my goodness, what?
Well, they don't come up.
What?
I don't know. It's they're very competitive, so you kind of have to apply for them. I've been applying for 3 years to get out. So it's you kind of have to apply every time they come up. Now, whether I take it or not is a different story, but you kind of have to get out there.
I'm telling you, no. Do not. We focus on paying off debt and setting yourself up for success.
Okay. I really don't want to, but okay.
Is life all about want? You do have to pay for the mistakes you have made.
I know.
And you have to accept the reality of the rent. If you refuse to downgrade your rent situation, that is your choice. Your choice is making that you have to continue to make more money. Or downgrade your living situation and you can take a pay cut.
Well, eventually I'd also like to be with somebody, so then it would...
Well, good luck, because who would want to be with you?
I'm sure a lot of people.
Okay, 1, you're not willing to work on relationships in a healthy way. 2, you abandon them for LA immediately. 3, you make horrible career and spending choices. And then 4, the moment you break up with them, you blame all your mistakes on them.
I didn't blame all of it.
Sorry, 50% of your mistakes on them. Freak. What? Of course. Who's choosing this?
I'm sure a lot of people.
Brandon, when's the last time you saw someone that looked like her on screen? I don't know. I don't think you're going to get a job. I don't think you're going to be on camera.
Oh, we're back to acting. Okay.
If budgeting apps make you feel like this is for you. Most people who struggle with budgeting aren't irresponsible. They care about their money, but they get overwhelmed every time they look at it. They download an app, connect their accounts, and try tracking. But within a few days, it feels like a homework assignment they're failing. Too many categories, too many rules, too many red alerts screaming at them about what they did wrong. So, of course, they stopped opening it. Not because they don't care, but because it makes them feel worse. And here's what nobody talks about. The stress isn't coming from your spending. It's coming from having zero clarity in using tools that turn money into a failing grade. Have you ever thought, I just want to know where my money's going without being judged for it? You're not alone. That's exactly why we built DollarWise. If you want a calm and clearer way to see where your money is going, try DollarWise. Download the app today and get a 3-day free trial. No setup nightmare, no manual tracking, no pressure to be perfect. Just connect your accounts, see where your money is actually going, and decide if it works for you. Click below to download DollarWise and see if this helps you feel more in control without the stress. And if it's not a fit, cancel anytime. Starbucks is bullshit and a waste of money, and you already know that by making your coffee at home and investing the rest. So now you need to do that with your energy drink as well. Make gamer subs at home for just 40 cents a serving. And honestly, it literally tastes better. And we proved this accidentally via a blind taste test in our Hammer Elite show, Fat and Fatter.
The #1 ranked energy drink is gamer subs.
Literally, the cherry flavor is insane.
Listen, you can also get free samples to see if you like it, or 10% off your order at gamersubs.gg, or click that link in the description below. Type in code Caleb. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
if
sorry.
it happens,
I'm sorry.
it happens.
That's the cut the bullshit. Like, I'm not just like saying something to be mean. I'm also not just gonna not say things to be nice. If that is what your actual aspirations are, you are in a beyond small percent.
Well, my mindset right now with it is if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't,
Yeah, but
that
your time and
sucks.
energy could be focused towards something that is more likely to actually benefit your life.
Okay. Well, it could be a fun hobby.
Yes, but you are dying in debt. You can barely afford your rent. You're blaming everything on your ex. Fun hobby isn't necessarily the big conversation we're having when we have to clean up everything. All the mistakes you've made, just trying to keep bills met.
So I have to stay at this job.
At a minimum, probably, unfortunately. Until you at least just pay off your debt.
Okay.
Just that. Or downgrade your living situation. Choose one.
Well, I'm stuck in this lease until November, so
After that, dumbass.
okay. We'll see.
What do you think your financial score is? 0 to 10, 0 being the absolute worst, 10 being the absolute best.
Oh, I did take your quiz. It was either 1.7 or 2.7.
And we love that quiz. Get your number, get your assessment at calebhammer.com. Take the Hammer Financial Score quiz. Just takes a few minutes and it is free. See where you stand in the world of money. And if you don't want to be like a guest who ended up on the show, especially her, it's perfect for her. Download the Dollarwise Budgeting app. It is changing the entire budgeting app marketplace. It is great. It is actually easy to use. You can actually use it without being overly complicated and confused like all the other crappy things out there that try to sell you a bunch of different shit. This is the one to use, dollarwise.com. Take a free trial to see if you even like it before you commit to anything. And then most people take the annual version because it saves about 50%. And then you get my personal 30-day meal plan that is based on a budget that you can use and stick to for every month, every day, every year so that you can actually budget yourself and clean up your mess. Check it out. I will sign it and mail it directly to you. All right. Let's get into some shit. Let's get into some numbers, shall we? Now that I understand you,
Okay.
and that understanding is you're f***ed mentally.
Yeah, probably.
Yes. And I'm surprised. How was he not the one that left you? Genuinely.
I don't know. I think he thought I was never going to leave, so.
$4,498.17.
Oh, that's more than that now.
It's higher? Why? Why? What did you do?
I don't know.
What's
Probably,
the New Balance?
probably like 56 or 57.
Pull
But
it
I
up.
put,
Pull it up. Pull it up.
I put my
Pull it
flight
up.
and hotel for this on there too.
Pull it up. Pull it the up. What are we doing? See, this is another thing. She opened this card because a random ex-boyfriend told her. Do you have no personal ability to advocate for yourself?
Well, I just
Or
they
think?
sound like they know more than I do. So then he told me to open it. I didn't have a
Why?
credit
You have no
card.
knowledge? You can't check things on the internet? I always question everything.
I don't know. I just like they
You're
sound
easy
like
to manipulate? Like what? What?
you just want to see the credit card.
Yes. Oh, yep. 570880. Dude. Stupid. Minimum monthly payment on a situation where your rent is beyond your control is already $291.63.
It's because I have like pay plans on there for like
Why?
I don't know. They offer.
Oh, they offer it, so we have to do it. Shut the fuck up.
Well, it's-
Instead of 20.49% interest rate of death, insanity, Lyft, DoorDash.
It's while I'm here.
You're DoorDashing while here? You're here. Why are you DoorDashing?
Last night I got back late, so I needed food before it closed. It was like 10 p.m. It was like 8:45.
To where?
Oh, I went to Pilates.
You DoorDashed to Pilates?
No, by the time I got back to the hotel, it was like 8:45 and everywhere was closing at like 10. So I just was like,
Go get food.
I don't have a car.
Where did you stay?
I don't like off of 5th Street. It's like 5th and
Go get food!
it was dark.
What? It's safer than Central Florida, I guarantee you that. One.
But anyway, so I was like, so I just like went on DoorDash really quick so I could get food before everything
Exactly.
closed.
You're on 5th Street. By the way, things are open past 10 on 5th Street. You're on 5th Street. 5th Street, downtown East Side. You could go anywhere. There's so many good restaurants. And it is
Well, there was like
overall safe.
most things were like over a 10-minute walk. It was dark.
Oh my gosh.
I'm by myself.
First of all, no, it is not that dark on 5th Street. It's very well lit.
Seemed dark.
It's not. Why are you so afraid, victim in this world? Oh my goodness. What is wrong with you?
just figured it was
the people
safe.
live there. So many people live on Fifth Street. You walk outside, and yes, it's a 10-minute or 5-minute walk to something. I
didn't want to be there at like 9:30.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. What map do you use? Google Map, Apple Map? Google Map?
No, Apple Map. Sorry.
Oh, I knew you. Show me your hotel. You are a broken individual. You do not have to DoorDash, and that is a safe area. That is a safe area.
I'm not from here. I don't know that.
Oh my gosh! Look up anything. First of all, what do you think? You're just gonna die when you go outside?
Well, no. When I looked at restaurants on there. It said things were closing at 10 p.m. It was like 8:45. So I was like, I'm just gonna DoorDash so I can get it here before freaking things close.
Okay.
It's Monday. Things close early. I'm also kind of picky, so I don't know. It just was easier.
Picky? What's picky? You have every food right there. It's an urban core.
Like I said, I didn't want to walk around it in the dark.
What?
By myself.
Everyone does.
Okay, well,
What
maybe
is
I'll
wrong
give
with
it a
you?
go tonight.
What is wrong with you? Delicious. Just a couple little walk away. Yeah, that is 10, but you would have been fine. Like, my goodness, you're the classic woman in 2026 just listening to true crime all day, and you're terrified. Or you hear something on TikTok and you think you're a little victim and everything.
Really
Go outside,
don't.
you're fine. The crime statistics aren't that crazy.
Okay. I mean, I really don't I think
Then you're
things happen
irrationally-
everywhere, and I'm not going to live my
Things
life
happen-
afraid, but
Like, I'm literally being told, yes, you do live your life in fear. You literally do not use dating apps because you think you'll get murdered, is what you told Lindsay. You are irrational. You are a classic, you think everyone wants to kill women. Like, this is not what happens. Yes, there is a statistical more likelihood chance to a woman than a man, but not just going outside the moment the sun is setting, that all of a sudden everyone turns into werewolves and they start slashing women. That's not what happens, true crime listener, living in fear for everything, not even using dating apps, freak.
I use them. I just I'm very weary about.
Because you're afraid of everything irrationally. It makes no sense. T-app user.
What is that?
Oh, I know for a fact you would. Open it. I need to see your card again. I need to see
Okay.
what other stupid mistakes you use.
No, I actually genuinely. What is that?
It's something you would use now if it still existed.
I genuinely. Okay, I don't know what that is.
Well, this isn't TF conversation. This is financial audit, so I'm not having a full conversation regarding it. But not only that, you DoorDashed 3 times yesterday. So, what are we doing? So, I think you DoorDashed when the sun was nice and up as well.
Yeah, when I first got here.
So, it's not the fear, and you are...
Well,
Shut
really,
the
I
fuck
was
up.
really
What a
hungry.
fucking cup. Really hungry. 2 minutes. A literal across the street. Every restaurant, great choices.
Well, then I also wanted to take a nap, so I figured I was already there.
Good. Eat, walk back, sleep.
Yeah, I guess I could have probably done
Oh
that.
my goodness. And you could use some steps. Open it. If you want to be on camera. And you're also late to the studio this morning because you DoorDashed to your hotel this morning, which, by the way, I know this hotel. They have breakfast.
Well, I didn't eat breakfast. I just got coffee.
They have coffee.
I don't like hot coffee.
There are ice machines.
Yeah, but there's no
Shut
way
the
that
f-
there's no
up.
way that coffee.
You
is
could have got
good.
coffee here. You know where we are. There is coffee options.
I actually genuinely didn't.
You don't use maps? Why don't you look things up? What is wrong with you? I could never live my life like you. You are a broken individual who can't open apps. Other than DoorDash. It's the only app you can open.
I actually had to download DoorDash for this trip.
Had to.
Well, no, I didn't have it on my phone prior
You're
to
such
getting
a
here.
broken individual. Lift. You're lifting everywhere. So
I don't have a car.
you are in the dense area of Austin with walkable to everywhere.
Well, I had to get from the airport to here.
That one's one Lyft
and then I
trip
went
so
to the-
far.
And then I went to Pilates and back.
You could have walked to Pilates. There's about 5 Pilates things around there.
Not at the time. It was 7 p.m. I went to a 7 p.m. class. There was not any.
Where was it?
Well, so
Where was it? Where was it? Where was it?
Oh, I don't know. It was wherever. I don't.
Where was it? What did things look like?
There was a movie theater.
Alamo?
Yeah, I think
Draft
so.
House? You could have walked.
No, it was a 20-minute Uber or Lyft drive. But I used ClassPass, so it's I also could only go. I only went to the studios that I already have.
Flip. You did a lot of lifts. This isn't just
No,
going
there's
to
tips.
Pilates.
It's the tips too.
Yeah.
'Cause I get
2 of
charged
those were
separate.
tips. 2 of those were tips. Still a lot of lift. And getting... yeah. You were late here, making me start late because you had a DoorDash to your place.
Well, yeah, they got lost. In
Which, by the way,
whatever.
here's the also thing. Okay, she couldn't drink her coffee there. Literally across the street is a coffee shop. So she could have walked downstairs and got coffee and walked upstairs and
everything said it was like a 10-minute walk.
late. And also daylight savings time.
It was dark.
You're terrified times. No, it wasn't dark this morning.
When I first woke up, it was still dark.
You weren't late because you ordered right when you first woke up. We filmed these.
No.
What time did she have to get here? 9:30. Shut the up. You have no idea what you're talking about ever about anything. And number two, you were terrified about the freaking out last night. It was still light at 7:30. It was light. I was out at 8. It was light out.
No, I got home at like 8:45. It was dark. Almost my whole Lyft drive home was in the dark.
Dark in the streetlights of downtown. I swear. What is she talking about? What is the Sun Pass?
It's the tolls.
Okay, lots of tolls, plan fee from Publix.
Well, yeah, that's the.
Listen, I do not want to diminish that there are more statistical likely things to happen to a woman than a man, especially at night. That is a statistical reality. But you are clearly indicating you are clearly using this as a cope, just like you used your breakup as a cope, just like you used the acting thing. Everything you've done as a cope, blaming your ex and whatnot. Your fear thing is because you wanted to DoorDash. Because you DoorDash coffee this morning when you could have walked downstairs and got coffee in the daylight. Because you DoorDash when you first got there during the daylight instead of actually going outside. It's well lit in a safe area. You would have statistically 99.99% been fine just like anyone else, okay? So I'm not dismissing potential extra realities if you're in a sketchy area or whatever. You weren't, whatever. Okay, I get it, okay? People go out all the time. You're fine. You're not a random victim.
Okay, I'll go out tonight.
Oh, great. Yeah, spend money.
I have to eat.
You know what me and my family used to do when we used to travel and do road trips and went to hotels? We go to the grocery store when we got places because we couldn't afford going out.
Well, I did get some like drinks and stuff earlier.
Okay, well that's not
and like
food.
I brought snacks. But
It's
I like
still not food.
well, how am I supposed to cook in a hotel?
Oh my gosh, you know what we used to do? We got cold meats,
Oh, I don't like
bread.
those.
Huh?
I don't like those.
I don't care. You have no money. Get a banana, you freak. And everywhere has microwavable meals. And I know that hotel, you got a microwave.
Yeah.
Okay, so your minimum payment's higher now. It's going to take 12 years to pay off now. Yes, as I expected, she does pay more than the minimum by like $100. And she purchased $1,232 before she even purchased on her new shit. And it's all stupid. Copes as usual. It's not because you're a victim by being a woman. It is because you wanted to do bullshit and go to this, what is this? Melee Kalamakaka. Kalamakaka.
What?
Kalikamilaka. Malay? Okay. Pretzels, bullshit food, Mexican food. Passmart, that's fine. SunPass, that's fine. TJ Maxx, getting into bullshit. Ulta, $110. Chick-fil-A, Barnes & Noble. It's not because you were going to get going outside that you had to do all this
Well,
stuff.
some of it's
And it wasn't because
Christmas.
your boyfriend.
Well, a lot of that's Christmas.
Okay, all this stuff after Christmas. I highly doubt this Chick-fil-A was. Highly doubt that Starbucks was. Highly doubt that McDonald's was. Highly doubt that Shein after Christmas was. Highly doubt that membership after Christmas was. Highly doubt that Chipotle after Christmas was. Highly doubt that, what is ClassPass?
It's like you can go to like different workout classes and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, okay, that would be fine. I'd be okay with that. Highly doubt this she's paying $30 for a casting network. Oh, so it's not just free. It's not just free. It's not just passion. Yeah, okay. And that's not for Christmas, and neither is Tivy's for Christmas. So shut the fuck up. It's for Christmas. You don't know what you're talking about. You are coping. You're a coper. You're coping, and you're getting fees on hotel and Yankee and Pilates and Chewy's. So you have these financing fees that you're doing like Ulta and Publix. Shut the fuck up. $22 of fees this year so far already. Actually, no, that was just within January. And within January, $40 in interest. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You went to Disney for a bullshit wine festival. That ain't Christmas. Shut the fuck up.
It was for my birthday.
Shut the fuck up.
It was for my birthday.
Okay, that ain't Christmas. I don't care. You turned a scary age. You're not even happy about it. Shut up. I don't care. You're coping about everything. You have an excuse for everything, and I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. You're already maxed out on buy now, pay later. And you're getting
Yeah.
fees for it every second of your life.
Well, I thought it was
I
less-
don't want to hear it.
I thought the plans would be less than
You thought
interest.
everything, you know nothing.
Kind of true. But I thought the plan option, because you don't get charged interest, you get the plan fee. I thought the plan fee would be less than the interest. So that's why I did them. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't. So
You know you can just not spend it on a credit card. You know you can just not spend money you don't have, and you'd be totally good.
well, at some point I
There
was
is
like,
just that.
at some
I would
point
say that's better.
At some point I was like, okay, I can pay this off, and then it kind of got out of hand where I couldn't.
Oh, because of your boyfriend. Shut the fuck up. Like it just makes no sense. This is you. This is your responsibility. You're a child. You're immature. Shut up. I'm sorry. Okay. It's just your coping excuses. They're so stupid, especially when they're baked in irrational dumbassery. It's absolutely stupid. Listen, I'll let you use the Mind card. It used to be called the Fizz card. Now it's the Mind card. It's a debit card that builds credit. I know you want to build credit, but at least it won't let you spend more than what's in your checking account, okay? That's the way to do it. Here's the reality. You also have a Wells Fargo Visa Platinum card.
Yeah, I opened that one up for tuition.
What?
Because it's tuition reimbursement, and I didn't get approved for student loans, so I just opened that up because it was 0%.
Why don't you approve for student loans?
So my coworker and I tried to figure this out. I think it's because the certificate is only 4 classes, and I guess I don't actually
So you put it on a credit card?
How else was I going to pay for the tuition?
I would rather do a private student loan before a credit card.
Well, it was 0% APR until
For now, until it's not. And it also takes 20
2027.
years to pay off. 2027 is next year. It's not
Well, yeah,
that
I
far
know.
away anymore.
I'll get reimbursed, and then I did do 2 balance transfers.
So it's just balance transfer, balance transfer, balance transfer. That's all it is. And then you get the fees added to it.
Yeah.
So this isn't the student loan. This is a balance transfer.
Well, it's student loans and the balance transfer.
What? I don't see the student loans. Is it higher now? Because I only have a balance transfer at $25.67.
I don't know, because December
Oh.
I got tuition reimbursement.
Oh.
I put this semester's tuition on it.
That is so stupid. What? And Lindsay said you blame financial audit for doing the balance transfer because you didn't know what they were before.
Yeah, I didn't.
I specifically say every time someone does it, don't do it until you change behavior.
Well,
You can't blame me when I have that very clear caveat that I say every time. It is higher. It's double. It's
Well, this is-
5,500. Shut the fuck up. What? What do you want?
it was
No, quiet.
January, or the tuition for the semester.
Quiet now. It's still a balance. $5,556.29. Stupid. That means the minimum payment's higher. Stupid.
It's like $53.
Yeah, stupid. $53. Higher. Asshole, 56. Me.
And the first balance transfer I did was from the Chase card.
Fees. It's just getting dicked up in fees. My goodness, what are we doing? What a joke. What a pathetic joke. And you're almost maxed out now, so good luck. You're going to get to that situation again that just happened with that other
Well,
card, and you're
'cause
going to be
I'll
done. You're going to be done.
Well, I'll get tuition reimbursement at the end of the
Dude,
semester.
The Chase card was at $500 in November. Now it's over $56. You see the trend this is
No, it
happening?
was $500 in August.
And now it's at 5,600. You see the trend, 5,700. You see the trend that we're doing? Wells Fargo is nothing. And then everything's going sound effect and all. It's all going in the wrong direction.
But I'll get the tuition reimbursement.
You'll get the tuition reimbursement. Great. So that covers half of it. Fuck you. And then the other multi-thousands of dollars will accrue interest here soon. Plus, you already had the fees added to it regardless. So you're getting, what is it, like a 12%, 15% fee? The private student loan would be at like an 8% interest rate, depending what you look at.
It's 0% APR. And
For now, you're not going to pay it off. You only make your balances go higher. That's all you've done. That's all you've done in the last year, so I don't want to hear it. Yes, I know it's 0% now, and I know it's going to be different in a year. That's not what matters. What matters is the trend you're going on. The trend that you're going on right now is suggesting that you will not be able to touch it regardless, nor pay off a balance, nor make any progress towards it whatsoever by the time the interest accrues.
I
That's how
haven't
the fear
used
of
it
the
since other than that.
Buddy, you just did to put tuition on.
Well, but I'm saying I opened it for
Buddy,
school.
you just balance transferred, and buddy, it's almost maxed out, so you can't regardless. So shut up. And guess what, buddy, it really doesn't matter because you're using your Freedom Card until it's maxed out for those extra purchases, and then you'll use your Visa. I see this every day of my life. I know where this story ends. You can't defend this and say, well, it doesn't matter, 0% right now. Everything is going in the direction of up. In the moment that Freedom Card no longer has the ability to spend on it because you have to DoorDash because you're terrified of being a woman in 2016. Oh, that is very scary to have a pussy. All of a sudden, you're like, shit. I can't spend on there anymore. And I'm still a woman afraid of getting because it's dark outside. Believe that word. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I gotta spend on my Visa Platinum card, my anti-card. It's terrible. It's like everything's just gonna get.
Well, no, besides the balance transfers and the tuition,
okay. Yeah,
I haven't used it.
Yet. Did you not? Did you not just hear what I just said?
No, I'm not going to use it.
No, did you not just hear what I just said?
Well, I'm not going to use it.
Well, hey, what did I just say?
You said that once I max out the Chase one, the Chase one, I'm just going to use this one.
That's why you're not using this one, because you're using your Chase card. The moment you can't, you will put that somewhere else because you need to spend more money than you have.
My Chase one is like $20,000 limit that I'm not going to use. So,
well, how can you suggest you're not going to use it when it was just a few $100 a few months ago, and now it is $5,700? You literally are at this pace. Actually, in about a year and a half, it will be maxed out at 20. At the pace you are going, yes, you can't say no.
I've never had it that high.
It doesn't matter if you never have. At the pace you are going now, that's where it's going. And you can't. Oh, your copes are crazy. You can't just tell me you're not going to. That's where it's going. That's where it's going, asshole.
Well, I'm not going to use it.
Guys, good news. She's not going to use it. Even though
I haven't
all
used
she's
it.
doing is only getting worse. Thank goodness. That makes me feel so much better. I'm so confident
It's
now.
I've labeled it as my school card.
I don't give a shit. Nothing you say is going to impact how I view this. I see your trend. I have these conversations every day of my life. Stop.
We'll see.
Fees up the dick. The expiration is not far away. It's just a year away. Saver card. What's going on here? Interest accruing.
Well, that one was 0% APR until December.
And then all of a sudden, interest started accruing. It's weird how that works.
And then
the balance wasn't paid off. That's curious. How does that happen, chat? Chat, how does that happen? That's weird. That's weird. It was 0% APR until it wasn't. And it's weird. Then the balance wasn't paid off by the time that 0% APR ended, and then interest started accruing. That's really unique. I wonder if that would apply to anything else ever.
Well, then,
that's really curious.
I did a balance transfer to the amount basically maxed out the Wells Fargo.
Because you can't make any progress in anything. You only kick the can down the road until you can't anymore, and then you're like we've seen on this show endless times. And a balance transfer isn't even good anyway because that doesn't change your behavior, and you're going to spend on this card regardless, and it's going to go up,
Well,
just
I
like
haven't used
everything
this
else.
one.
Yes, and since you did the balance transfer like a month ago, shut the up. You think that is a valid thing to say? I am so excited for you guys to finally get your hands on what I've been working on for a year. The brand new DollarWise budgeting app. And listen, I get it. The first iteration was a disaster. Many reasons, from working with an external agency to shit infrastructure that I could use. But let's be honest, that was on me. So I put my money where my mouth is. And after investing millions of dollars and hiring dozens of people, we've completely rebuilt DollarWise, and it is truly incredible. And to celebrate, I am giving you some insane deals to sign up for the first time or trying it again after you used the shitty version last year. But these deals only last through March 31st, and then they're gone forever. Download now, take your free trial to test it out, and get the monthly plan at a 33% discount for 3 months, or take the annual plan for an insane 50% discount. And with the annual, you get my budget-friendly cookbook signed by me and my brand new 30-day detailed budget meal plan signed by me as well. Both of them mailed directly to you. But after March 31st, the cookbook is gone forever, so this is literally your last chance to get it. Don't miss this opportunity of a lifetime. Download DollarWise to start your free trial. Go to dollarwise.com or click those links below. Good morning. I've been looking forward to this for the last year and a half. Once in a blue moon, a game-changing paradigm shift takes the industry by storm. Financial audit has changed YouTube forever, and DollarWise is about to alter the future of personal finances as we know it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the next big thing in budgeting. What are we doing here? Guys, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing?
Caleb! Can you show them the new DollarWise logo?
Introducing DollarWise Reimagined. DollarWise, rewrite your money story. The old dollar-wise is dead. What'd you even open this card for?
I wanted to try to. I didn't get tickets to see Taylor Swift in Miami, so they were doing a giveaway if you had a Capital One card. So
What? You opened a Capital One credit card just for the chance of a giveaway?
Yeah.
Wasn't even to buy the tickets?
yeah,
Bro, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. That is for the chance of a
Yeah.
giveaway.
Yeah.
For a lotto.
yeah. They did like a couple different ones, but like it was you just had to have a Capital One card. So I opened one.
I don't even know what to think about. I've never heard a worse reason to open a credit card. And did you get it?
No,
Yeah.
no, I did not.
Yeah,
but I
interesting.
tried. I wanted to try to win.
I know what you wanted. Again, you equate want with needs. Like you equate want with excusable. Like I really don't understand that. And then you racked it all the way up and then did the balance transfer.
Yeah. Well,
You didn't make a payment.
I
And
originally.
there is still an interest. You didn't balance transfer the whole thing.
Well, I couldn't because my tuition. I had 2
Exactly.
classes last semester, so the tuition was on the card, so I couldn't.
You see how this is starting to add up?
I balance transferred as much as I
Weird
could.
how this works, guys. So curious. We don't have enough space to do the things we're trying to do. All of a sudden, you run out of space. You open new credit cards. That only gets worse, and you're in an inescapable position. Even now, with the balance of being less than half of 1,678 and 52 cents, because you did the balance transfer, it's still 11 years to pay off minimum fee payments only without any purchases. And you are a purchaser.
I haven't.
You are a purchaser! Shut up. You can't tell me I haven't used this card. You will. This is how people like you work. This is what you do. You did it on the Freedom Card. You do it in checking account. Here's the thing. Total income that came in was about $6,000. Okay, you had a great overtime month. Well done. Well done. Well done. Your spending was $10,300. So shut the up. Shut the up. Shut the up. You can't tell me I'm just not spending on here. You will. Your spending is egregious. It is twice what you make. It is twice what you make. Twice what you make. You will rack it up at some point. You will. You already did. You already did, and then you had to balance transfer it. So shut the up. Interest is accruing like none other.
You said I spent $10,000.
$10,500.
Oh, I did not know that. That's shocking. Okay.
Yeah, maybe use the Dollarwise app, asshole.
I did download it and then I didn't use it.
Well, now you get it for free. Actually fix your life like tens of thousands of other people out there and use it, dick. Oh, you also use that card to get an iPad and an Apple Pencil, critical for crime analysis.
Well, I don't have a laptop, so I just got
So you needed an iPad? No, get a laptop.
Well, I don't know. I liked having an
a
iPad.
cheap little Windows laptop.
Well, I had an iPad and I liked using
Perfect.
that
You could have
as
got
like
a $500
computer.
Apple Neo right now.
I don't know what that is.
It
But,
just came out, and that would have been perfect for you.
well, I needed something for school because I was going to go back
Exactly.
to school. So
That's what it would have been.
Well,
Well, you could have also got a cheaper window. Well, how much did that cost? That shit's expensive. man.
well, I had to get a new Apple Pencil with it, so it was like $895.
There you go. You
Well,
could
'cause
have gotten a fine Windows machine for $600.
Well, just because I use my planner on my iPad, so I was writing.
Could have used the calendar on your computer and a planner in your phone as well.
I like to
Oh
write.
my goodness, your copes are insane.
I like
don't
to
care
write.
what you like.
It helps me
I care
remember.
about what you can afford. It's also called pen and paper. What everyone has done for college since forever.
Well, yeah, I used to have like a planner, like an actual planner, but then like I would use it for like a month and then I would stop using it. So the digital one I've actually been using. So
You can afford it. It's as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. What is this? You have a Walmart card?
somebody
I don't
opened
even see it because it's just.
somebody opened a card in my name.
What have you done? This has been there
No,
for months.
Yeah,
What have you done?
I just got a letter last month that they proved it was fraud. I called and reported it to them, but I didn't notice
Good.
until like a month later.
Good.
And then it took a while, and they sent me a letter like last month, I think, that said that it was proven that it was fraud and closed and stuff like that. But I still need. They said they reported it to the credit bureaus, but I still need to call and double check because it's still showing on everything as like a hard inquiry and stuff like that. So I don't know how long that normally takes.
I don't know. Have you called anyone?
No, working
Why
nights.
can't you
It's like
do
things
things?
are during business hours, and I'm usually asleep.
You work
so-
7 days a week?
No, but I forget.
How many
a lot.
days a week do you
Usually-
work?
Well, it depends.
Well, how about you use a special little planner?
Okay, yeah, that's true. I just I forget, and then by the time I remember, they're closed. Like I'll remember, I'll wake
How
up.
many days a week do you work?
On my short week, 2 to 3.
Normal week.
Well,
Normal
every
week.
other week alternates. 1 week is our long week, and it's 5. The next week is 2 or 3.
How many times do you go to Pilates a week?
Depends, at least
How
once
many
or
times
twice
do you go
a
to
week.
Pilates a week?
Once or twice.
Okay, you can call them. Give me your phone. First thing that popped up, by the way, she just had it ready. I don't know why. Uber, DoorDash, Hinge. Thank goodness. The critical ones.
I was curious when I got here, so I downloaded it.
Oh, you find any good dick?
No, not really.
Isn't that kind of the whole point? Well, I'd go Tinder for that. Same company.
I don't know. I've only ever
Or
really
Bumble.
used. Yeah, I was gonna say Hinge and Bumble are the 2 that I usually use, but I was just curious. When I go places, I'll if I'm single, I download it just because I'm curious. What are you looking for?
Your most used app is. Okay, actually, for what it's. Although that's today. I don't care about today. Here we go. Okay, yes, within a week. Here we go. She's on TikTok an average of 4 hours and 30 minutes every day.
I doom scroll at work.
That's great. Well, people are actually doomed for their life. Instagram for 2 hours, 30 minutes. YouTube for 2 hours, 30 minutes. She's texting for an hour and 40 minutes. I don't know who you're texting. She averages a day, DoorDash, an hour, 17 minutes.
I scrolled a lot yesterday, but
That's
I don't-
crazy. Spotify, an hour and 11 minutes. Apple Maps, an hour and 4 minutes.
To be fair, what I watch on YouTube is
She
you,
picks up
so
Instagram 81 times a day. DoorDash 36 times a day.
we use it at work.
TikTok
sometimes,
35.
but-
Yeah, you just no longer have an excuse that you can't make one single phone call. Asshole.
Well, a lot of it is when I'm at work, during downtime, which is at
Why
nighttime.
do you have low power mode on?
Oh, because it stops notifications and stuff or background stuff from happening.
Yeah, but it makes your screen stuttering. Freak.
Oh, I didn't know that. I don't have any issues.
Okay, it is turn for what it's worth. And also for what it's worth, the guy you were messaging last night. He's also hot. And a Red Wings fan, so we're a fan. 29, 6 foot, doesn't smoke or do drugs, works in digital marketing, likes hockey. Okay.
Sorry.
Look. Okay, he opened. He said, hey, smiley face. He said, hey. He said, how's your day going so far? So far, so good. How's yours? Busy. Excited to be home. Relaxing finally. Fighting every urge to have a ill-timed nap right now. LOL, I feel that I took a nap too. That's my fear. Ugh, wish I could have earlier. Just did Pilates home. Listen, you're the woman. All the cards are in your favor. You have to pursue. He doesn't want to get canceled. Listen.
I wouldn't cancel him.
Listen, I'm only in town for tonight, then fly out tomorrow. I'm free for the rest of the day. Want to get together. There you go. Make a move. Stop being a pussy. He's not going to murder you.
I prefer
And
the
if he
man
does,
to make a move.
Huh?
I prefer a man to make a move.
Exactly. But now everyone's afraid to. Statistically, about 40%.
Well, I wouldn't cancel him.
Doesn't matter. That is not what the ecosystem has led to. There are consequences for how the culture has gone the last few years. Surprised how that works. And surveys suggest so. Cold approaching's down, 70%? The statistics are bad.
Yeah.
Thanks to people like you who are afraid of everything.
Well,
And
we do have it at
overreact to
work,
everything. Okay, well, I'm glad this is killed. What's that minimum monthly payment on the Saver card? $55. Okay, good. But you need to call. And if you can be
Yeah.
on Instagram.
Well, I have PTO, so that's.
Oh, now I know why she's afraid of everything. She's on TikTok 5.5 hours of every day. She's getting brain rotted by all the other victim people out there that are
my
professional,
TikTok is
that are
currently-
TikTok diagnosed victims for
My
everything.
TikTok currently is Punch the Monkey and Comedians. That's literally it.
Care credit, what's going on?
I use that for medical stuff. And so my therapy's on it. My cat had to go to the vet. My cat's vet plan is on there. And dental stuff.
Okay, why don't you have pet insurance?
Well,
I'd rather do that. That'll save you way more in the long term if you have good pet insurance. Shitty pet insurance will f you.
well, I
me wrong.
started this before. I didn't know pet insurance was a thing. So
So you don't know anything. You're not willing to look anything up. That's just so confusing.
but my vet had this plan, and so she gets.
They wanted to make money. Okay, $1,100 on here. Minimum monthly payment $36. 8 years to pay off. Minimum only. Interest is accruing. And yep, there's your Banfield Pet Hospital plan. I would not do the Banfield Pet Hospital plan. I'd get pet insurance because that will actually cover it in an emergency. You are literally, my goodness, you absolute creature. You had, dude, the deferred interest ends in only a few months. Then you're going to be 33%. Interest is charging at the $500 of the balance. This is so stupid.
Well, I've never not.
You're so.
I've never.
You've never not until you do because you spend more money and your monthly payments are getting even higher and you're going to take a pay cut. No one ever does until they do. That's how it works. It's weird how that happens. Shut the fuck
Well,
up.
I've always paid off.
I don't
the
really
plans.
care. Everyone always does until they don't. You are headed down the wrong path. And the fact that you don't see that is the scariest thing in this entire conversation. No one on this show has ever been through bankruptcy until they've been through bankruptcy. No one has ever missed a payment until they've missed a payment. Everyone has always made their payments until they don't. No one's ever been homeless until they are. Just because you haven't doesn't mean you won't. Just because you've never been in a car accident doesn't mean you won't. Just because you've never anything, it doesn't matter. It's just how it works. And your car's insane. What is this? This minimum monthly payment? You can't afford this of $516.67 while you're taking a pay cut with a rent you can't afford? What the is this car?
It's a Toyota Corolla Cross.
Why do you need such an expensive car right now? $24,993.20.
I got it in April, and I don't
What's
know.
it worth?
I don't know.
What do you think it's worth?
Probably like 28, 27,
You think it's you think you have
26? I don't know.
22.
Oh.
Not that bad for a car. You're only down like $3,000. But even still.
It's new.
Yes.
I only had like 5 miles on it when I got it.
Yes, but the moment you drive it off the lot, you're
Well, yeah.
Then why'd you think it was worth more than you owe?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know how much I owe.
Because you're
left
literally,
on it.
because you're broken. What's the interest rate on this?
5.1% or something
It's
like
not
that.
great, but it's minimum monthly payment worthy until it's paid off. But this is too expensive of a car for you. What was your car situation?
Well, I had like my car was like 10 or 11 years old, and it was doing okay, but it was like, but no, it needed.
You didn't need it yet.
Well, so there was 2 reasons why I got a new car.
Well, Lindsay
One,
told me you deserved it. That you said.
I felt like I worked hard and like I was saving for.
That's not how
I was
that
saving
works.
For a
It's
down
just the math is the
payment.
math is the math is the math. The numbers are the numbers. That reflects how hard you
Well,
worked.
like I did a lot of research and I saved up like I forget how much I saved for my down payment, but like I was saving for a down payment on a new car. But
okay, that means we get a car we can't afford. What? Okay.
But I felt like I could afford it at the time.
Oh, she
I
felt
guess.
like it. That's good. And I'm glad it's about vibes and feelings.
But my last car,
You really are on TikTok all day.
my last car was like about like the mechanic said that they needed like $900 worth of stuff, and I already had like a
Oh no,
$400
$900 versus $25,000.
Well, no, and then it was so I was putting more into the car than what it was worth, and then on top of that,
Listen, $25,000, and now you're underwater by $3,000, which is less than you would have put into a car than it was worth.
but on top of that, I felt like everyone wasn't seeing me on the road. Like in the past, like 2 years, or last year,
Wasn't seeing me on the road.
like my car was smaller.
Okay, I don't give a what they think. I really don't. It doesn't matter.
Just
and
saying.
also, good news, you're selling it. Easy. You're in a blessed position where you're only 3,000 under. Actually, 2,000 under. There was $700 there. So, okay, yeah, 2,000 under. So you sell it because you're going to borrow $12,000. 10 of it for a new car. A $10,000 car is going to be fine. You can get one where you're up. It's going to be a used car, a few years old. You're going to get it independently reviewed by multiple mechanics, 2 at least, before you purchase it. $10,000 car. It's going to be a what? Like a 2016 car, 2017, 2018, maybe at best. And that's fine. You're doing that for a few years while you clean up your debt situation, and that immediately improves their debt by $10,000.
Is that like
Solve
really
it.
the only option?
Yes, do it. Welcome to sacrifice. You're not willing to move? Sell your car. You're going to take a pay cut? Sell your car.
So if I move,
You don't
next
sacrifice
year,
anything in your entire life.
So if I move next year, then I can keep my car.
No. You can move. If you move next year, you can take the other job.
So if I keep my job, I can keep my car.
You can't do anything regardless. This doesn't fit in the budget, and you'll see that. I mean, I assume. This is insane. Let's keep looking. You also have student loans, of course.
Yes.
And these won't be paid off?
What do you mean?
These will not be reimbursed.
No, that's from my bachelor degree.
Right. So $17,164.55. So these deferred currently, or do they not recognize your certification thing?
Well, last semester it was, but now they just told
What's your minimum monthly payment?
$139.
Okay, your interest is fine enough where I'm not freaking out about you paying it off early. So minimum monthly payments until they're paid off, sitting between that 3 and 4%. Okay, checking account started with $133. That's unacceptable. That is scary. That is terrifying. That is with 1,190 left. That's okay, as long as you don't let it go below 1,000. But you got an Apple bill. You're zelling out money. Starbucks, Amazon, TikTok promote. What the are you promoting?
I forgot about that. I was just curious what would happen.
Everything. What would happen? For what? What?
On TikTok.
What do you mean? Curious what would happen about what?
I was just curious, like, how much the promote actually helps.
Helps what?
Like,
what are you trying to achieve?
Like anything, like views or... I was just curious, so I did it.
On what?
My TikTok.
What is your TikTok?
I don't know, just like random shit. I don't know how to answer that question.
Oh, you're the most broken person I've ever met in my life. You're paying to promote your TikTok about nothing. Amazon, Apple bill, Amazon. Go in and get into bullshit. Kitnip box. Oh, maybe. I mean, it's probably a waste of money. Just go to the store. Selling out money. Spotify. Diffin?
Oh, I bought some workout clothes.
Didn't have any of those, I bet. 2 times a week, 3 times a week. Probably hitting workout clothes. You. Apple bill, vending machine. Going inside, getting some bullshit. So stupid. Savings went down from 1,950 to 1,100. Yes, she thinks she's never going to be behind anything or do anything. Everything is going in the literal wrong direction.
I have a bill savings, so I don't...
Cough.
Okay.
It went down.
Well, I have a bill.
Shut
That's
up!
for my bills. So
Okay, fine. You're right. This savings account went from $25 to $171. Off. You're not going to be able to survive. Everything's going in the wrong direction. Okay, this savings went from $300 to $530. Like, it's not making or breaking your life, and your retirement's at $22.
No, that I honestly don't know what
$22, and then this one's at $1,120. So everything's dramatically behind. Please, maybe this one will have more. Okay, thank you. One good thing, and I feel like what's unfortunate, $46,000, and that's actually pretty good for your income level. And I feel like because that's good, you feel like everything else is okay. Just because that number's good.
My retirement, I actually didn't know what it was until I looked at the statement.
Okay. Oh, great. So she's...
I just don't touch it.
I don't have a budget. Yes, I do. I lied. I'm a liar. Don't listen to my lying ass. Okay, your income is, for now, before pay cut, $4,200. What's your rent again? With fees and everything? Yes, it's important.
I think average is like $1,850.
Okay.
Well, that's because like water is with it.
Okay. Well, it's all, and then your utilities?
Average.
What was it, like 75?
I would probably
we discussed?
I feel like it's more like probably 100.
Okay, 100. Let's get your debt minimums. So you will sell your car, correct? Correct?
Can we see what the budget like says first?
You.
I really, really don't want to. Unless there's
Again, you equate wants with...
Unless that's really like the only option that I have.
It would pay off your debt immensely quicker, which I guess you don't care about. I thought the entire intent was to get debt free so we can take the pay cut. Apparently not. You want you want everything with sacrificing nothing, to be very clear. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. $1,094.30. Debt. Phone bill?
So I meant to ask my mom. I pay my mom for my phone and my insurance, but I pay $106 to her every paycheck. But that's my phone and car insurance.
Okay, it's fine.
So I don't know what each of them are.
It's fine.
I meant to ask.
That's fine. $212. I'm crossing out car insurance. Vroom, vroom, drive, gas.
I'd say probably about $80.
Okay, and listen, you can do helium if T-Mobile's good in that area, which I assume it is in Central Florida. For your phone bill.
I got a new phone.
$15. Huh?
I have a new phone.
I don't care.
Well, it's not paid off.
Oh, once you pay it off. Good. Groceries, $300. Use our budget meal plan. It's very good. It's detailed. It is a meal plan for every day of the month, including drinks, including snacks, including everything. Okay? And that's based on $300. TP fund. Anything else you need to survive? Makeup, tampons, all the good stuff. $100. Medical, healthcare, copays?
My therapy is $30. I go twice a month.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
How much for fitness?
Well, I was curious to okay, no, because
Just tell me. I encourage fitness. Just tell me how much.
I wanted to see how my Pilates is like I could buy the membership, but I was trying to see if I could afford the monthly.
How much?
$229.
Good jeez, man.
But I can go less, so I just wanted to know what it was.
What can you go less to?
$159.
$159 then. Dude, you can't answer questions to save your life. You need to tell a story for everything. I just want a number. Subscriptions, $300. Anything else that needs to be on? Pet insurance, $50. How much for pet food?
Probably like $30 a month. I buy it in bulk, so.
Anything else besides a life story that needs to be in your budget?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
You have an extra $140 left. $135 left on a monthly basis. So yes, sell your car, get your car payment to like $300. That gives you an extra. Now you're at $250 left, and $10,000 less on debt. $10,000 less on debt. We're gonna minus our student loans as well, and keep the fitness. Keep the fitness. That's fine. Okay, so $57,347. And 39 cents of debt minus 10,000, the car sale minus the student loans of $17,164.55. This is before a pay cut. You still got $30,182 of bad debt to pay off, with $350 left on a monthly basis. Is 86 months, which is 7 years. So that's no longer an option either. Okay, the reality is you need to sell the car. Everything else besides this goes to debt, and you're working overtime as much as possible at all times. You bring in an extra $500 a month minimum, which is low on your end, and you can pay off your debt in a couple years. And that's fine, because 2 years actually downgrade your living situation too. You accelerate it even quicker. Maybe a year and a half, you're bad debt free besides your student loans. You'll be fine. You just have to work overtime, bring in an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, which you can, and you have the ability to do so, which is nice in your blessed position. So take it, downgrade your place, sell your car. That's what you do. You're debt free in about 2 years. You get an emergency fund, then you keep going 50, 30, 20, live within your means. Damn, it's as easy as that, dude. It's as easy as that. We're going to call the boyfriend of the post show, or the ex-boyfriend. Hopefully he picks up. But let's get the Hammer Financial Score first. Spending in a budget, you overspent 0 out of 10. Debt, no collections. That is good. It's, honestly, well, for your income situation, can give you better than a 3 out of 10. Well, no, you're racking up the cards. Balance transfers, 2 out of 10s. Emergency fund, 1 out of 10 at best. Retirement that was actually good and for your age is technically a 10 out of 10 with your income. 0 out of 10 for real estate. Hammer Financial Score, retirement saving your life. Hammer Financial Score, rounded up to a 3 out of 10. Get yours at calebhammer.com. Download DollarWise at DollarWise.com. Now join Hammer Elite. That's membership on YouTube. 3 premium shows posted every single day, 6 days a week. For the Financial Audit Post Show, an extra 20 minutes. We're going to call the ex-boyfriend. See you there. Call him. And she blames 50% at least of her financial situation, of which is $57,000 of debt, on you.
It was an influence. He was an influence.
That's rich coming from her. Jesus.
Old of him to say that now.
Maybe she shouldn't be on a financial show. Maybe she should be on like an AA show. How's the drinking problem?
Oh my God.
This is the last week. Don't forget to download the new DollarWise budgeting app. This is officially now the best budgeting app on the market, and I'm giving you a special deal to download, but only through March 31st. Take a free 3-day trial to test it out, and then you get the monthly plan at a 33% discount for the first 3 months, or the annual plan at an insane 50% discount. And with the annual, you get my budget-friendly cookbook and my brand new 30-day detailed budget meal plan signed by me and mailed directly to you. And after March 31st, the cookbook is going away forever, so this is literally your last chance. Don't miss the opportunity of a lifetime. Download DollarWise and start your free trial. Go to DollarWise.com or click the link below.